So welcome to Techno Dad Life, and today what we're going to do is we're going to install the Switchbot 3 curtain closers. But before we do that, we need to talk about curtain rods. So if you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe and hit that bell button to be notified of new video updates. So first, a little backstory of why we're doing this today. So my parents are in their mid-80s, and so they have this curtain rod behind their couch, which they stopped closing because it's hard for them to get to. So Switchbot reached out to me and they sent me a pair of these Switchbot 3 curtain closers to try out. So they didn't send me any money. They're not reviewing this video. I'm just doing it, and as you can see, I have some things to say. So what you have in the package is you have your Switchbot motor. You have a USB cable, and so in the very beginning, make sure you plug it in because it takes about 8 hours to charge. Next, you have these two little arms that attach to the Switchbot, and they just go in like that and that. And so how you actually attach it to the curtain rod, I'll just show you here. What I found the easiest is you put one arm on, and these extend out. Put that arm onto the rod, and then stretch out the other one. Put that on the rod, and make sure you put it in the center to start out with. You'll find out in a few minutes why. So also in the package is a little thing to reset the Switchbot, a cleaning pad, and then a little magnetic strip. So you use the cleaning pad to clean where the magnetic strip is going. And then also a little adapter to go over where the actual seam is in the rod. So when it hits it, so it makes it so the Switchbot can go over it more easily. So that's it for the basic kit. So other things that I did get was a switch to open and close the curtains. And then also solar panels that attach from the curtains and hang down to charge the motor, so you never have to charge them again. So to control the Switchbot, so for me I have the switch, or you can use the app. If you want to control it with your one of your home devices, such as Amazon or Apple or Google device, you actually need to get the hub, which is a temperature sensor, and it has a hub built in, which will then connect to your different whatever home control system that you use. So when I first got this, I didn't know that, so I was confused that it didn't actually connect to any home control system. So the extra hub does cost money, and it's around $75. So this is the original curtain rod that my parents had, and it was originally a pull curtain rod. And if you can see here, the back side is actually flat, and so it's more of a half round shape. And the actual curtain holders, they're in the track here. And so when I first started to do this, I thought there was too much friction for this. So I decided to get a regular curtain rod. And I did notice that where the seam was, right here, it did have problems going over that a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. But like I said, they have the adapter that can go over it to take care of that. So next I ordered a curtain rod on Amazon. So this is about 10 feet across. So we needed an extra large one. And so I ordered one, and when it came from Amazon, the box was only about a foot long. And I was like, oh, that's going to be trouble. And so how this one goes together is that they screw together. So that is actually a great design for shipping. Great design for shipping, but not so great when you have a motor on your curtain rod, which you want to be smooth as possible to actually go across it. And so what would happen is not only would the Switchbot hit this, but the actual rings for the curtain would get stuck on these seams. So the Switchbot didn't really have a problem with it, but the actual curtain rings would get stuck on the seams here and where the screwing part is there. So 4 times as many places to get stuck. So that was a complete waste of time. So next I went to Home Depot. I got a bigger pole. This one is expanding pole, and so it's like the first pole that we had, but so what I found during this whole process is there's like no 2 curtain rods the same as far as I can tell. And so this one, you have a pipe in the middle, and so it actually has 2 seams. So when I hung it up, it had a seam on one side and then a seam on the other side of the middle, which isn't a problem because, like I said, the Switchbot came with little things to smooth out the area where there's a junction. But if you look at this, so most curtain rods are black or dark or gray, and the actual thing they give you is shiny silver and then with some tape over it. Now, as you'll see in the video that I'm showing right now, that if you compare where the tape is on the left and untaped on the right, it's about the same with the tape or without the tape. So what I found was not only does this not look good, it also doesn't work very well. So what do we do now? I had some inspiration. So basically I thought Conduit actually comes in super long pieces and it's seamless. So we needed a 10-foot long piece, and actually Conduit comes in 10-foot long pieces. It's the perfect size if you want to get one. So it is for the one thing to be aware of. For the Switchbot, you need an outside size of 1 inch, but Conduit is sold by the inside size. So you actually buy a 3/4 inch Conduit, which actually has the outside across of 1 inch, which is then perfect for our situation. Now, the only problem with this Conduit is it is silver, which actually doesn't look that bad once you put it in, but it is a little dirty looking, so I'm going to install it. If my parents don't like it, then we'll take it out and we'll actually paint it black with some Rust-Oleum or something like that. The only wear parts on the Conduit are on the top where the rings touch, but also where the motors go across, or the rollers go across on the top, and then where the motor goes across on the bottom. So for right now, we're just going to do that. We're going to return all our other curtain rods, and now let's install this Switchbot. Okay, to set this up, so what we're going to do is attach one side. And so we've let the curtain go. We need 2 rings. So 1 ring on one side, 1 ring on the other side. The rings are what attaches to the curtain. And then we put on the other side and clip that in. And so that's how we get on our Switchbot. We'll do the other side also. So we have our 2 rings. So we attach our sides, put it on the rail, pull this down, and then clip that in. So we have both our Switchbots installed. So now we're going to hook up our curtain again. So we have 1 ring on one side, and then the other ring goes on the other side. It's going to get very dark here in a second. So now we can open up the Switchbot app. Oop. Now we can open up the Switchbot app. Okay, so we'll click Add Device and Curtain, and then press and hold the button, And so we're going to try both at the same time. Click Next, and open from the middle, confirm, select existing device, add new device. Good, and then we're going to group those two together and pick a room, living room, okay, install. And we have a rod, and we have ring top curtains, and we can do the guide. And so with the guide, it suggests you use the magnets. We're not going to use those magnets yet, and we're going to do custom calibration. And so our Switchbot is facing inward, so that's the logo is inward. Then we have to see which one is flashing. So the left one is flashing. I've closed my curtains, and then we're going to start to calibrate. And we're going to skip magnet detection. So we're going to move that to the fully open position and stop. And so for us, we're going to go a little further. So we're right in that window a little bit because we're going to add the solar panels in a minute. And then we're going to auto calibrate close. Okay, good. And continue. Now we're going to do the other side. Good. And then auto calibrate close. And then finish. And so now when we click on our curtains, we can open, and then they should stop at the appropriate spot. And works perfectly. So now let's add the solar panels, which should go pretty quickly here. So next we're going to attach the solar panel, which is pretty easy. You just plug it into the top. It has little directions on it. So basically you press the button on the side to adjust that, and then just plug it in. So one side down. Okay, so we got this side done too. So now the only thing we have left to do is add the button so we can open and close them with just the button. So let's try that. So the button has some 3M tape on one side, that's the red stuff, and then the button on the other side. I think all we have to do is read the directions. So it looks like we just have to pull this out, and there should be a tab in here that's protecting the battery. And so there it is, you can see. We're going to pull that out. Oh, we got a beep. And so it looks like the button has already showed up. We're going to hit the button and start pairing. We have to hold the two buttons at the same time. And so this is going to be for a living room. And then next. And bingo, it's working. And so let's see if this actually works with the curtains without doing anything. Doesn't seem to, so let's set it. Oh, we have to set action. So we're going to click curtain, and fully closed is on the bottom. we'll save that. And then on the top is fully open. We'll save that. And I don't think there's anything else we need to do here. So let's press the top. The curtains are open now. Here, I'll turn the camera around. Okay. So pressing the top part of the button. That didn't work. Let's do the bottom. Nope. Oh, there we go. So the bottom closes. Let's try the top now. Now it works. So the top closes. So yeah, so a simple button. Next we need the hub to add this device to Alexa. And so we got it all up, and so the one thing that I forgot to show was it has a silent mode for it only in the app. So basically what happens is it opens the curtains very slowly. It makes a lot less noise. But that only works with a schedule. So if you just press the button or talk to your home device, it doesn't do the silent mode. And then, so I made a list of things that you probably, if you wanted it, here's why. So one, it's great, like I started the video, for older people or handicapped people, because it makes them really easy for them to open up or close their curtains. And they can use their app, they can use the button, or if you get the hub, you can use your voice assistant. Two, sort of along the same lines, is you don't have to reach high to pull cords or to shut your curtains. Three, you can automate your opening and closing your curtains with schedule, so like at dawn or dusk. You can control it with your voice if you get the hub. And four, so you can control your curtains remotely. So for either security reasons or convenience, you can, again, set it on a schedule or have it as an automation and open and close at different times. And then the last reason I like it, if you get the solar panels, you never have to recharge them. So that is a major convenience in the long run. So that's the Switchbot Curtain 3 closer, and I hope you found this video helpful. Make sure you like and subscribe, and see you next time. Bye-bye.